Thank you, David. Good evening, one and all. Well, it seems like an impossible job for Bristol City, but we are in the city of Sheffield, stage of the miracle of Hillsborough, across the city 2 years ago, where Wednesday did the seemingly impossible against Peterborough United. Well, the words of Jonathan Kane and Steve Perry on the public address system, members of Journey, don't stop believing. An appropriate message for the Bristol City players. We heard it around 10 minutes ago. Maybe an inspiring message for Liam Manning's cohort. It's been a very noteworthy aspect of both first legs. But here come Bristol City. And Peck making contact with a foraging Twine, who hits it. And hits it not far wide.
Yeah, the attempt is scuffed. I don't think he's actually fouled as he's travelling with the ball. It's a bit laboured in midfield from Sheffield United. They're caught out here. The break is on. I think he's just actually stumbling and just manages to keep the ball alive.
Peck with an opportunity. Moore. Cannon!
Breaks kindly for Tom Cannon. On the turn, should be doing better. He's not been closed down. He maybe anticipates a defender at his back. There wasn't one.
But Bird wins it back from Peck. This is a really encouraging start from Bristol City. Roberts. Bird. Knight.
Well, Hamza Chowdhury's getting overrun on that right-hand side. He's got to say to Andre Brooks, look, for maybe 5 minutes or so, Bristol City are on top, get back and help me out. Because I'm tucking in field with Scott Twine. If you don't pass him on, I've got to stay wide-ish to deal with the wing-back, so you've got to help me out. You see Brooks there just kind of jogging back, trotting back.
One who won't be able to help Bristol City complete the job there is Rob Dickie. His season over after the red card, which Bristol City did appeal after that first leg. Kiefer Moore having the regulation wait. Gustavo Harmer isn't waiting. And he's making an incision, and Brooks fractions away.
Well, he just put slightly too much on the cross, but no speed, change of pace to get to the ball. It's a heavy touch from Tanner. Harmer's in. He does the right thing, drives into the box, gets his head up, and he just slightly overhits the ball.
Well, plenty going on. More beaten to it. Oh, and lashed across the face by Burrows.
I'm sure it's the deflection that takes it wide. By his reaction, it maybe tells you that his strike was possibly on target. Just don't clear their lines. It's not good enough for Murphy. Strike comes in and hits Cam Pring, and you know, if not for that, it could have gone into the back of the net. Important that he just got something on that strike.
That's got some curl on it, and O'Leary had to claw it out. Fired back in. There's Burrows back in, and he'll play it in once more. And O'Leary getting a punch again.
Yeah, O'Leary, he's complaining that he was fouled. I think there is a bit of a shirt pull in there, so he does have a point. It's unorthodox, but it's effective. Just get the ball away. If you can't catch it, can't punch it, just, you know, swipe it clear.
Well marshalled in the end by McCrory. There was just a glimmer of an opening to shoot. This is Peck. That's got potential. Tidied up by Roberts.
Well, he's a right to expect more from his front two, because that is a brilliant delivery.
He and Wells getting to grips with each other. Right in front of the goalkeeper. Oh, no, Leary's nowhere! And Bristol City's hopes surely extinguished once and for all. Kiefer Moore with the telling touch that definitively paves the path to Wembley.
Well, we'd already flagged up his aerial success rate from open play, but he's always going to be the biggest danger on set plays. And if your goalkeeper can't get to the ball ahead of the big striker, you've got no chance, because defenders can't deal with it. I tell you, Tom Cannon does really well here. He doesn't foul the goalkeeper. He just means that O'Leary has to go around him. And by the time he does that, he's always going to be too late. And it's a simple nod in, really.
Bristol City now, their faith tested to the absolute limit. Earthy. And Pring into trouble. Here's Cannon with Moore in support. And Bristol City let off lightly, really.
Yeah, it's good play from Zach Viner, just blocks off the pass square to Kiefer Moore.
It's interestingly worked. And in! Gustavo Harmer, by a slightly roundabout route, finds the net. And Sheffield United not only on course for Wembley, but for a record playoff semi-final aggregate.
Yeah, absolutely nothing is going right for Bristol City, but it's an inventive corner. They get one of their key men in space on the edge of the box. There's clever movement. And then it's a chunk of good fortune. It comes off Ross McCrory, just sticks out a boot. Could end up anywhere. And it's just Bristol City's luck. He just loops off the post and into the back of the net. Bristol City again made a positive start to the half. Had nothing to show for it. Sheffield United stepped forward. And it's 5.
Well, I said it was time to start the party, and they've got on with it. A long trip with perhaps some small amount of hope. So a little over half an hour's football at the end of the season for them. And we are shortly going to see a raft of changes from Sheffield United as they move into the mode of protect and preserve. Mehmeti, Hirakawa, Knight gets his left foot through it.
Oh, Michael Cooper was a spectator.
And City Peck. Well, he's suggesting that Max O'Leary got a touch to it.
Yes, eye of the needle stuff from Raksaki. What a pass this is. Again, the touch and strike from City Peck aren't bad either. You know, when you're moving at speed to get the ball under control and then get a shot away.
McGuane. Bit of room for Tanner. Might have a crack here. And have a crack he will. And keep Cooper occupied.
Well, Michael Cooper has the second best save percentage in the Championship, and this, an example of why. Gets a deflection. It's going right in the top corner. Positioning is excellent.
Campbell on for Burrows, leaves it, O'Hare! Well, a goal in each leg off the bench for Callum O'Hare, who makes his point and stakes his claim for a final place.
It's salt in the wounds. The game has become really stretched. It's a good run off the ball, initially from Campbell, and then Harrison Burrows, sensational run, and then the awareness, the unselfishness to step over the ball, make the right decision. That's quite brilliant. He knows that O'Hare is there, doesn't try and be too clever and score himself from a narrow angle, just steps over the ball. That opens the space up for his teammate, who absolutely buries it, and Bristol City just need this game to finish.
Bristol City on the end of what is, at this precise moment, the biggest ever aggregate defeat in a playoff semi-final at this level. In the most emphatic style, Sheffield United book their place at Wembley. No miracle today in the city of Sheffield for Bristol City. The biggest gap between third and sixth ever at this level in the playoffs. Far too big to bridge and emphasised by events on the field. Sheffield United have made history in the playoff semi-final with a 6-0 aggregate win. Saturday, the 24th of May, 2025. Is that the day they finally break their playoff curse? The final score on the night, Sheffield United 3, Bristol City 0, 6-0 on aggregate.